Hey guys, Rick and Duke. Welcome to another episode of War HOGG Words of Wisdom. So this one here is going to be Accountability, My Notebook, coming to you live from the War HOGG podcast studio at an undisclosed location where we make all the magic happen. Anyway, for those of you asking or new to the show, who's this Duke character? So Duco was my combat assault dog. I lost him July 5th, 2021 to osteosarcoma. We started the show. We're going to end it. This is just a good way to keep his memory alive. Guys, do me a favor. Go to warhogg.com, kellydefense.com. Make sure you guys sign up for those newsletters. We'll keep you abreast of everything going on. War HOGG Tactical, Kelly Defense on the Range podcast. And again, just want to thank you, the viewer, listener out there, for giving me your most precious commodity, your time. So speaking of time, let's do this. Let's do a little accountability check. So just ask you guys if you worked out today. If not, man, it's still time of the day. Get her done. Did you get your dry fire in? If you're carrying a firearm for your protection, man, knock that stuff out. Last but not least, here's kind of the new thing we added. You being a good person. Are you looking for those random acts of kindness just to get done throughout the day? So do that, and all will be well. Do me a favor, guys. If you're driving, don't do it now. Find your pause point. But do me a favor. Please hit that subscribe button. Leave us a rating review. I don't care if it's a thumbs up emoji. Give us something to help us get this algorithm, get the reach out there. Speaking of reach, word of mouth, man, that is the best way. So please tell your friends, tell your family, tell strangers on the street, shout it out loud on the Range podcast. Tell them to go sign up, check it out. Appreciate all your support, guys. And then last but not least, if you want to support the show, make sure you guys check out patreon.com/on the range podcast. Early access to our shows, vlogs, training tips, and then our bi-monthly Zoom calls with our patrons. So interactive, we talk to them, they talk to us, ask questions, and everything goes from there. So might be a little sweaty. Forgive me as outside getting some chores done before we decide to run in here and get this thing done. But in this episode, I want to talk about accountability. So really what I'm looking at is that personal accountability. What are you doing to hold yourself accountable for what you're doing throughout the day? So I kind of dubbed this thing, when you look at the title, accountability, my notebook. So for obviously the listeners out there, you're going to kind of miss out a little bit. For the viewers, you'll check it out. So I have this notebook here. And it's from the Cry Freedom Ministries, right? So you can kind of see their little logo right there. And the beauty with this notebook here, and I'll get into a little more details. So it was made by a girl named Jessica. You can see her tag right there. So she was trafficked, and that ministry was able to get her out of trafficking. And in turn, they give them a skill and have them make these notebooks and go from there. So it kind of falls right in line. Obviously, for my viewers there, you see over my shoulder my Special Forces crest, whose motto is De Oppresso Libera, which is to free the oppressed. So there is so much tied into the notebook. It's more than just a notebook, right? So when you just see that kind of leather covering, it was somebody that was oppressed at one point. They've got their freedom back. So again, just memory of those SF lineage that we still continue to this day. So really the thing when you look at the notebook, you got to kind of understand, it's just, I'll try to explain it, and then obviously the viewers can see it, but it's just a simple brown notebook. And you can see there's 3 separate bungee sections in there. So what it winds up being for me is almost a 6-chapter notebook in a small, compact package. Probably a little bigger when you look at comparison to my phone, little bigger than the old iPhone 12 there. But here's the thing, when you look at it, right? So we got our section, it's all War HOGG Tactical. So if we're doing War HOGG Tactical stuff, we got it there. And then kind of what I do is flip it on the backside. So running on the backside of War HOGG Tactical on the Range podcast. And then I've got my workout stuff going on one side. Flip the notebook over to the backside. You can see there's all my live fire, dry fire stuff I'm doing. And then kind of the last chapter, which is untitled, but it just kind of goes one way. It's just my journaling section where I try to make accountability for myself for that day. Kind of, hey, how'd the day go? What went on? When you're kind of taking that time to recap the day, did we waste time? Did I sit there and be non-productive? Am I getting the stuff done that I need to get done? So for me, when you kind of look at it, I like to break it down. I'm a person that likes to write stuff down. So I'll give you an example. Hit my son up for his daily accountability. Hey, did you get your workout in? Yep. Where's your notebook? I put it on my phone. Okay, that's cool. I'm not a big phone guy, right? I think there's something about putting pen to paper that's absolutely critical in this whole process. This is just Rick. I can tell you some lies. There's something scientifically about it, but it just works well for me that now I'm annotating, when I'm doing that pen to paper. Maybe the same thing as working thumbs to glass. I don't know. It just doesn't have the same effect for me. So, he shoots me over his texted, workout schedule because he's kind of putting it on the on his notes there, and it's like, okay, that's cool. But for me, I just like to write stuff down, right? Because this accountability is all encompassing, so it's just not a one shot deal. So, like on the War HOGG Tactical side, that portion of the notebook, hey man, what's my, you put a date in there. What's my to dos? What do I got to get knocked out? Phone calls to make, meetings to have, emails to send out, projects that are due. However, I opt to, organize kind of the business for what I've got going on. One part I forgot, or I guess I can add it now, but I kind of forgot to add, is my goals are also written down on the cover of those notebooks. Let me say that again. My goals are written on the inside covers of those notebooks. Here's the thing. Again, looking at accountability at goals, do you ever really have anything if nothing's written down? So let's say hypothetically, I sit there and I go, all right, my goal this year, I want to make $1 million, but I make $5, but I never write it down. I say, well, I made $5, I made something. No, man, put that goal down there and then, sit there and go, what am I doing to drive towards it? What am I doing to get there? In the fitness side, hey, if it's looking to run faster, hey man, I want to make that 6-minute mile this year. Okay. What are you doing to get there? But if you never put it down, I'm happy with the 7.5, it was good enough. No way, man. Same thing with your live drive, I can talk, excuse me, your live and dry fire stuff, hey man, if your goals for that, sub 1 second draw, put it down there. Maybe that's a bridge too far. Maybe you put 2 seconds. It doesn't matter what you put, but you're putting pen to paper to have that goal, to have that accountability. And that's the whole key. So again, the War HOGG side, we're just putting the information in there that we got going on. If I wind up having a phone call meeting, hey, we've got a section in there, we're taking notes on that stuff, whatever it may be. Obviously on, that's more kind of just getting my stuff done for the business. On the range podcast side, that's kind of more my brainstorming stuff. I do some brainstorming stuff on the War HOGG Tactical side, but we've got a pretty good flow how we're working stuff there. But on the range side, it's kind of brainstorming. Going, all right, who's some guests we'd like to have? What's some topics we'd like to talk about? I just don't arbitrarily pull words of wisdom out of the air. They're driven off of somebody, something, whatever I've seen or been affected by a person that I go, man, let me shape the stick on this one. So you're kind of seeing this day and age, accountability. There really isn't any. And I hate to say it, but there's not, right? We can be lawless. That's cool. We can be unfit. I was reading something. I don't know. I probably should have wrote the name of the magazine article down. My wife was showing me something. It's like, well, be happy at the size you're at. Well, why be happy there? I mean, if your goals it's like everyone's doing everything to sabotage your goals, to sabotage your accountability. You're okay where you're at. Don't worry about it. No, if you want to sit there, if you write in your workout section, hey, my goal is to lose 10 pounds, dude, lose 10 pounds. Think about kids. We're indoctrinating kids this day and age at a very, very early age. So this whole concept of everyone's a winner, man, I can remember when that crap was kind of coming out. And I was coaching little squirts, soccer teams, man. And here's the thing. You don't think them kids keep score? They know. They know exactly if they won or lost. And if we lost a game, say, all right, guys, cool. We need to work that much harder at practice. That should be the thing. It should be, if I wind up in that L column, what did I do to get me there? I need to get out of there. I don't want the L's chalking up. I want the wins, man. I want to win. And we need to instill that. So, for me, I kind of look at a lot of this stuff for a lot of accountability going back to my days of wrestling. And I talked to you guys about it, unbeknownst, it's like we're running mini selection courses, right? You've got that, hey, I've got to keep my weight at a certain point. It's just not, hey, we can wrestle anybody. No, you've got to have that accountability to keep your weight in check. And then, oh, by the way, your job was always on the line, because here's the thing. If you're on the varsity team, I forget which day it was, might have been Wednesdays or whatever the day it was, coach, anyone wanted to challenge that varsity dude, challenge them. So you better be putting the work in. It's not like, hey, we got Slack City. And life's the same way, man. If you're not putting the work into life and you're sitting there going, man, I'm just not getting nowhere. I said, okay, I'd go like this. Cool. Let's see your notebook. What's your goals? Where's the work you've been putting in? Because again, if you look at like from the workout side of the dry fire side, that stuff's annotated before. It's just not willy-nilly going down there. Let's pull something out of left field and do something. No. Same thing with the journaling. Let's look at your journaling. All right, you burnt 20 hours sitting on the couch, sucking down chips and binge watching, Netflix or whatever. And is there a time and place for that? If that's what you want to do, okay. But don't sit there and complain when you're going, man, life's not going nowhere. What are you doing to work towards it? What are you doing to hit those goals? What are you doing to drive yourself? What is your personal accountability? And for me, I hate to say it, man, but this book right here, my notebook, boom, that is my accountability. It is all right there. It doesn't matter. Small, compact package. Take it wherever I go. I like to sit there, and obviously the War HOGG Tactical side and On the Range podcast, that's kind of burning all the time. My workout stuff, boom, that's already annotated beforehand. And then we're making some notes in there post-workout to actually kind of hit my things. If I'm doing time stuff, am I hitting my times there? Same thing with my dry fire. So if I am doing my dry fire stuff, I'll kind of have, all right, hey, let's say, for example, we're going to do 10 repetitions draw from the holster. Okay. I've got my video camera going. So versus me hitting the pro timer, doing it. Did I get my mark? Did I not? You kind of talk to the camera, then you kind of go back and write that stuff down. And that's great. It works phenomenal. More for the live as far as your times than your dry, because you kind of know, hey, am I hitting my marks? But again, you can still go, hey, that was on time, not. But if I'm out on the live fire range, sit there, draw from the holster, boom. 1 point, whatever, 138, 175, because I screwed this up, whatever. But you're talking to yourself, right? And here's the thing, guys, right? It's okay to fail. It's gonna happen. It's not like we're gonna chalk wins in that column every single time. There's gonna be times that you mess up. And really, it comes down to, if you look at, especially in the live and the dry fire stuff, if I'm going to sit there and draw from the holster, let's say I fumble that draw, don't stop. Don't teach yourself to quit. Work through it. Hey, man, bad grip, didn't hit my release, didn't do it. Fight through it and get it off. Boom. Well, that was a 2.75 draw to first shot because of X, X, and X. You don't stop. And when you start incorporating this never quit attitude into your mind, man, then it's just like, how am I going to conquer the world? Because that's really what it is. It was funny because I was at a business lunch the other day, and we were kind of working out some strategies for some stuff. And, well, work with this company here or that company. I was like, yeah, that's cool. But you know, that company's only this big. Why don't we go hit these guys over here? Because we're chatting with them anyway that have global reach. I want global expansion. I want the War HOGG brand all around the world. So again, that's just Rick and in my vision, my accountability. But that's where we want to go. And if you guys never have anything written down, and here's the thing, don't give me this, whoa, I didn't write anything down for New Year's. I don't care about New Year's. Today's today. If you don't have it down, sit down today. You know, if you're driving home, go swing by the store. If you don't have a notebook at the house, grab a notebook. Get a good quality pen, because trust me, that pays off as well. And then boom, my first thing. So when I got that notebook, and I did not, let me say that again, I did not get it New Year's Day. We got it beforehand. Man, we started sectioning it. We started putting goals in there. But Rick, it wasn't the first. You're right, it wasn't. Because again, your goals could shift. Your goals could change. Hey, man, we're sitting there crushing the year, and it's only March. And I had a goal of 1 million. We're bumping it up to 2 because I really want to crush it. Or whatever your case may be. Man, my body's adapting to this running stuff, and I'm bringing my times down. Cool. I thought I was going to have 7 miles this year. Man, I think we're at 6:45. And nothing wrong with shifting the bar, man. But you've got something down. That's the key. That's the key, is you've got to have things written down. You've got to go back and reflect. So when you're kind of looking at your daily reflection, or, you know, you're starting your day off, peek at those goals, man, because they're right there in your face. I mean, I don't care if your goal is to be a better father, better husband, better teammate, better what you can have that in there as well. It's just not always these big corporate financial goals. You put all that stuff down, because once it's down, man, when you look at it, it slaps you in the face daily. There's your accountability, because I'm constantly in that notebook, right? And boom, what do I see in that back cover? Goals. Oh yeah. Hey, Jerky, you want to be this great entrepreneur, but you also want to be a great husband. Yeah. All right. We got to figure out how do we spend good quality time with the wife, right? So, cause trust me, I can very easily get inundated to working all the time. Then, of course, you know, the family stuff suffered. So, again, guys, that's just, you know, my quick accountability. My notebook is what holds me accountable. I just personally, for me, I don't see the phone, and I'm not saying you can't use the phone, but the phone just doesn't have the same power. It doesn't have the same power as this notebook right here, man, where I have it all right there, and I can go from one to another, and I'm seeing it. And then when I'm putting that pen to paper, man, there's something powerful about pen to paper, at least for me. If you're not doing it, try it. If you don't think it's working, shoot me a note. Say, Rick, you're full of rubbish. I'm going to say, okay, cool. You know, thanks. But that's what works for me. So again, guys, you know, accountability check, you know, work out, dry firing or live firing, being a good person, man, and you'll go out there and crush the world and crush life. So again, do me a huge favor, guys. Please share the word about On the Range Podcast. If you like this episode, share it with your friends. You should look on whatever platform should have a little share button. Send it to them, tweet them, Facebook them, whatever it takes, man. Get the word out there. You know, appreciate all your support. Don't forget warhogg.com and kellydefense.com. Sign up for our newsletters. And then last but not least, you like what you're hearing and you want to support the show, patreon.com/On the Range Podcast. Don't forget, on both the War HOGG Tactical and Kelly Defense side, make sure you check out Industry Partners page, all our different coupon codes for whether it's Vertex, Killcliff, Hoist, Brute Force, Grizzly Steel, Pan Air Productions. I mean, list goes on and on. Just check them all out. They're all right there. One-stop shop. Even got a click link, hyperlink, man, save you this day and age. All the hassle of typing stuff in. But guys, I appreciate all your support. Last but not least, I got to hit on the Duco part. So again, we are part of a 501c3, the In Honor of Duco Project, which falls under Scott's Wish. If you'd like to do a tax-deductible donation so that another SOF canine handler does not have to make a medical decision about their canine based on their finances, you can go to scottswish.org/in honor of Duco. So, guys, appreciate your support. God bless you. God bless your families. God bless our troops. God bless the United States of America. Rick and Duco out.